Hi again, it's Pandora. I was thinking about something today that seems to be a relatively recent theme for a lot of people who are coming to me for sessions, which is fear of change. Many people are going through transitions that they weren't ready for, or transitions that they didn't choose. So a lot of times when we have something happen to us, it feels as though we didn't have a choice in the matter, or it wasn't destined to happen. But I always look at situations that come up that are outside of our control being a gift from the universe. You're being gifted with an opportunity to shift when you didn't think you needed it, or maybe when life was a little bit too predictable, or you were too trapped in a job because it felt safe, even though you weren't happy there. A lot of times the universe just comes along and throws us a little curveball. And in those moments, we're reminded how resilient we truly are, how quickly we can shift when we want to, when we release into that energy, into that push that we were given. So it's hard because a lot of people do fear that something is going to come along and change something before they're ready. Well, the real answer is that we're never ready. We're never fully prepared for change. Even when we plan it step by step, even when we take, out the pencil and the paper and the calendar and everything, and we create a change for ourselves with a schedule, we're never actually fully ready because there's always an emotional reaction to that change because we think we want it, but then when we apply it, it doesn't necessarily feel comfortable because you're changing a pattern. You're breaking the mold of the way that your life was before. So give yourself permission to not be comfortable with change. I think it's perfectly fine to not like it, but to know that you're actually growing through the process is going to be valuable. And to have a belief in yourself that you are going to be able to respond to this change, that you are response-able. The word responsible, right? We have to be responsible during change, but that you are able to respond. So that's why I always say response-able. So look back in your life for a couple of minutes on times when change was presented to you unexpectedly and how well you did with that change. Give yourself credit. Now that you're looking back on it with hindsight, it will feel better than when you actually went through the process. So that will give you the strength to know that you will handle all change just as gracefully when you look back on it after you've gone through it. But going through the process is always going to have some little bumps, some things that we can't control. And, life is meant to give us things that challenge us. Life is meant to surprise us. If things are too predictable, there's no growing, there's no thriving, there's just existing. And ultimately, we're placed here on the planet to live, thrive, play, have fun, and experience. So try not to allow that fear of change to block you, okay? Whether it's fear of loss of a relationship, loss of a job, loss of a person, fear of making the wrong decision because maybe your gut is telling you one thing, but you're going in opposition to that. Trust your intuition in the process as well, okay? But just believe that you're going to be okay because it's the truth. We are ultimately okay. Sometimes a change causes upheaval, but it gets us in an energy where we can purge. We can purge emotionally. Sometimes we're forced to purge things physically. If it's a change of job, then you have to put all of your accumulated things in a box and then go through them and decide what you're going to purge and what you're going to carry with you to your next job. So, purge, release, flow, and just go with it. Because at the end of the day, you're going to be fine. You're fine now, but just be here now. Live in this moment. Don't allow yourself to think too far into the future with your what ifs, and don't allow yourself to hang out in the past. Because when we're doing either one of those things, we're not actually here now. And in this moment now, everything's pretty good. just really do a quick inventory. Life's not bad if you live right here, right now, in this moment. And don't fear change, because you're going to be just fine.